get your take on the Golovkin Bonas fight, and how do you see it? And is it an easy fight?
20 defense.
Yeah, it's something.
Is it an easy fight? Yes. Is it a fight that I think that people are excited? No. They slashed the tickets down to, I guess, $10 a ticket or $50 a ticket for the Golovkin fight. I'll prefer to see him fight somebody that had more of a heartbeat. I know the guy he's fighting. I used him for maybe 1 or 2 times. Malik reminded me, my guy, for camp, for my camp. Yeah. He's from, I think he's Armenian.
Yes.
Yeah. And I was just saying, man, you remember him? He sparred. I sparred with a lot of guys, but he's one of the guys. As I seen some clippings of him, and I remember him then when I seen the clippings. But it is what it is. I mean, I had some fights that was mandatories, fights that I was, I could say, had to fight to keep defending and racking up those defenses. But all the fights that was my choice or brought to me as a fight that could be made that means something, I took on. Because I believe in credibility. I believe when you look at records and you look at not only the wins, but you look at who they fought. And I think that's where the fans and the historic scholars of boxing, they look at, yes, there's errors and nobody should get punished because one error was more competition in the next era. But where there are bodies of talent fighters, one way up and one way down, they'd rather see you fight those guys to be able to have a really significant of credibility on
so
your legacy.
With you saying that, do you see it as a credible way of him breaking the record?
I think it's a way of staying busy.
So you don't see it as credible?
I don't see it as
something.
No, I see it as put it this way.
Is it gonna be like an asterisk?
I see this as a defense. If it was a mandatory, and you want to keep your titles, no matter how big you are, to make a defense record, then I can understand. But if it's someone you pick out of a hat that don't have a snowball chance in hell to beat you by any odds makings in the world, not just the United States, then I can say, hey, look, I was in that situation. It's a mandatory. Is the guy worthy of being a mandatory? We ain't involved with the politics, but this was a fight that was picked, sort of handpicked, under the circumstances that put him in that position. If it was me, I'll come out fighting dangerous guns blazing guy. Like, why is he fighting him and possibly can, lose or mess up whatever might come or might not come with the end of the year? That's what I would do. And that, I think that would make my conversation when my name is mentioned different than anybody's conversation in the last 25 to 30 years, is that Bernard Hopkins fought fights that even people in my own camp said, you don't need that. And I said, I want that, even more now. So, manager, no manager, promoter, no promoter, I couldn't see myself going in there with a guy like that, especially to compare my legacy against the legacy of yesterday. I just can't. I mean, when I was fast approaching breaking Marvin Hagler's record, and then I believe it was Monzon's record, or Monzon's first, and then Hagler's. I was like, man, they was going 15 rounds, and the guys that they fought, even a top 10 was most of those guys became champion eventually, and when it became more than one weight division. You're judged by your resume, man. Your resume got to be like, okay, who he fought. Like, when I look at your resume, I mean, like, okay, you said you worked at these jobs before, but these jobs is not on the quality of the jobs that you're applying for. So say you working at this C-level place, and now you want to come to this A+ place to do A+ work. I don't think you can go ahead, man, and step up that fast like that. It's levels to this shit. And I say, you know, shit, it's levels to it. You can't just be out there thinking that you're gonna do something and think ain't nobody keeping score. It's levels to it, man. There's this level, there's this level, there's this level, and there's this level. There's levels to it.
So what happens on Saturday in the fight? Do you think it's a blowout or do you think it's competitive?
Well, people get to watch for the first time in history of a championship fight without headgears, without shirts, in a setting that's in a professional setting and a well-established professional network that's going to show you a boxing match / not in the boxing gym.
So you think it's going to be like a sparring
boxing match / not in the boxing gym. You take a boxing exhibition from the gym and you place it in a venue. It's the venue that's tricking you that it's a fight. You like that spit?
Oh, yeah.